There's been speculation for a very long time that there's a lot of corruption, a lot of bias in the House of Commons, and today we're going to take a look at that. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Before we get into it, I want to encourage everyone to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet already. It does really help grow the channel. We blew past 100,000 subscribers here on House of Canada, and it would mean the world to me, and the government sure wouldn't like it or appreciate it if we got to 200,000 just as fast as we did to 100. We're going to start off with the clip where the Conservatives are debating the Liberals. Things get a little heated. The House Speaker, Greg Fergus, steps in, and he actually pauses the debate and pretty much demands an apology from the Conservatives. Let's take a look at this clip.
Tina from Orangeville just sent me a photo from the Orangeville Food Bank. There's no juice, there's no cereal, and there's almost no diapers. This is because the people who used to donate food are now lined up for food. This is actually Canada after 8 years of this corrupt, incompetent NDP Liberal government. That's right. Will the Prime Minister finally show he has even a modicum of compassion for Canadians? Pass Conservative Bill C-234 that will take all carbon taxes off all farmers so Canadians can once again afford food.
The Honourable Minister for Natural Resources and Energy.
It is important in this country, and certainly Canadians understand that we address the climate crisis that is facing us. There are significant costs that we are facing, including issues around wildfires as we move forward, if we do not address climate change. But it is also important that we do that in a manner that is affordable. 8 out of 10 Canadians get more money back from the carbon rebate than they pay in the price on pollution. If you are going to take it away, as the Leader of the Opposition would do, you are actually attacking the poorest members in our society. Shame on you.
I'm going to ask all members, please, to not take the floor until until the person who has the microphone has the opportunity to speak to all members, so we can hear the questions clearly, and we can also hear the answers clearly. The Honourable Member from Dufferin-Caledon.
The great Liberal lies. The budget will balance itself, and the rebate check is larger than the cost of the carbon tax. Everyone knows that is not actually what's happened. And you know who else has joined the carbon tax revolt? 6 premiers in this country who are calling for a carbon tax summit. Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Ontario, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. Will this out-of-touch Prime Minister actually call this conference the Carbon Tax Summit? Or is he too busy hiding because he called the premiers liars?
So, colleagues, I'd like to remind all colleagues on all sides of the House that we must be very careful about using the word lies, although it wasn't directed at an individual. It is really important that we
stupid parliamentary rules.
It can be disturbing and can disturb the affairs of the House. The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Look, on this side of the House, we actually believe in facts and we believe in science. The Honourable Member makes statements that actually have zero basis in fact. 200 economists in this country signed a letter last to 2 weeks ago saying that 8 out of 10 Canadians get more money back. The Parliamentary Budget Officer says that 8 out of 10 Canadians get money back. They can make up all of the things that they want to, but the facts are on our side. It is an issue that addresses affordability for Canadians, particularly those on modest incomes. It is a plan to address climate change. Those reckless, irresponsible Conservatives on the other side of the House should be ashamed.
Again, I'd like to remind members to please stay away from language that could be, that certainly it's getting closer and closer to unparliamentary.
There's nobody who is more upset with the corruption and the bias in the House than Pierre Poilievre himself. Now, in this next clip, Justin Trudeau failed to appear in the House of Commons, but that doesn't stop Pierre from dropping some amazing bombs on the Liberals. Let's take a look at this clip.
Chef de l'opposition.
Speaker, the incoming leader of the Liberal Party has just given a speech and given advice to his soon-to-be predecessor. He said that he agrees, this is Mark Carney, says he agrees that there should be a carbon tax conference where the premiers can come together and share their concerns about the Prime Minister raising the cost of living and breaking the back of Canadians. Will the Prime Minister won't listen to me. He won't listen to the Liberal Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador. Will he at least listen to his successor and meet the premiers on the carbon tax?
Canada only pays 1.5% of global, or Canada contributes to 1.5% of global emissions, yet we're supposed to pay 100% of it. These people are insane.
Order. The Honourable Minister for Natural Resources.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, it is important for folks, for Canadians who are watching this debate, to be careful about the misinformation being spewed by the Leader of the Opposition. It is important for a responsible government in this country to have a plan for addressing climate change and do so in a manner that enhances and addresses affordability concerns. That is exactly what the price on pollution does. 8 out of 10 Canadian families get more money back. 200 economists across the country agree with us. It is such a shame that we have a bunch of climate deniers over there who have no plan for the environment and no plan for the economy.
Ask all members.
Yeah, no, we should all just pay money into it, right?
Only take the floor when they're recognized by the Speaker.
How much does it cost to put a forest fire in?
Recognize the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, Mark Carney, who is the next Liberal leader, is a fierce supporter of the carbon tax. He's been called Carbon Tax Carney in the past. He's willing at least to defend his carbon tax views in front of the premiers. The Prime Minister is not. He's running for cover and hiding from Canadians, refusing to defend his own policy decisions. If the Prime Minister is really so proud of his plan to hike the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre, why won't he listen to Mark Carney and have a big, open, televised carbon tax conference?
The Honourable Minister for Natural Resources.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's very interesting that the Leader of the Opposition seems so fond of Mark Carney these days, who actually, as you say, does believe in a price on pollution. Perhaps the Leader of the Opposition should listen to him. But it is important with respect to the premiers to know that the premiers have every right to submit a plan that actually meets the federal benchmark and put in place their own price on pollution. That is something that British Columbia has done. That is something that Quebec has done. Mr. Speaker, Premier Moe was actually here recently and testified before the committee. And what Premier Moe said is, we looked at alternatives to the price on pollution, found every one of them to be too expensive. This from a guy who has no climate plan,
That's the end of the video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite debating point was. I hope to see you guys on my next question period live stream. So in order to make sure that that happens, I'd really like to encourage you guys to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet already, and then turn on the post notifications so you can actually be notified of upcoming videos, but more importantly, the live streams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.